They always told me I was peaking too early. Your lack of buddies is a little concerning. You heard the rumors, now I'm hearing confirming. I made a friend in my 30s.
Welcome everybody to Jam Mechanics. This is Bug from Bug Hunter. Matt tried to do it 2 times and wasn't able to, so here we are. My name is Bug. Welcome to Jam Mechanics. This is a podcast. This is a songwriting podcast. My name is Bug from Bug Hunter. With me today is
Matt Johnson, the Narcissist Cookbook. How's it going, everybody?
I gave you 2 tries. Matt is recording from a hotel in New York City. We're about to leave for tour in about 5 days, and we had a couple false starts with the intro, so it's my turn, baby.
I have no idea if you just included my false starts in there. I did what may be my favorite welcome, and then I just collapsed.
The first try that Matt did got about a minute into it before realizing that Matt needed to prompt me to say something because I was just sitting here silently. So
I was so self-conscious. I don't want to be doing a big scream and have hotel security called because they think someone is being very enthusiastically murdered.
Especially 3 times in a row, and that's why I had to take it over. Jam Mechanics is a podcast. Here's what we do on this podcast. It is a song challenge podcast. Me and Matt are both songwriters. We're going to have someone come on here in about 10 minutes and give us a couple of song challenge prompts. We're going to debate between the 2, and then we're going to go away for 3 hours, write songs, come back, show them off, and see what we did. Before we do that, we got to get to know each other.
As you said off camera, we got to raw dog the getting to know you.
Okay, but hold on. There's a reason I said that.
I haven't built up the icebreakers, so I'm just going to have to think of something to ask you, whatever.
Right. Normally we have a list from our Discord users who give us questions, and we just both decided today that we're not going to use that, and I may have used a term incorrectly. I don't know.
No, you used it more accurately than anyone has ever used the term.
I got a question for you, and I'm only asking you this question because I haven't answered this question, so feel free to...
Great.
If you could write a sequel to one of your songs, what song would you write a sequel to?
So I recently released Long Courtney.
Long
Courtney, in many ways, is a sequel to the original Courtney, in that it is a whole extra track on top of it, with a monologue that gives you more context about what my genuine feelings are about the Kurt Cobain, Courtney Love conspiracy theory. Mm-hmm. But besides that, I feel like I have done sequels before. So that I have tracks that are directly related to each other narratively. So I won't tell you necessarily the order, but Ghost Stories, Will You Go, and Unwelcome Guests are all narratively linked. Mm-hmm. And in fact, that's the order they're narratively linked in. So, I don't know. I don't think and also I have songs that are all set in the same universe in a very vague way. But there's nothing in particular where I'm that song I need to write Joy, Joy, Joy too, so that people can understand just how much joy I want to feel. So no sequels. I was going to say I've got the Tom Cruise thing, but Tom Cruise has done so many sequels now. Never mind.
Mm-hmm. He's done quite a few sequels.
3? Mission Impossible 3, Bug. Oh my god, I got that New York state of mind, Bug. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Where I just feel like I constantly need to be somewhere. I feel like I'm walking around looking really mean. I no longer like leaving the house with my backpack, not because I think it's going to be stolen, but because it slows me down. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and you're in such a hurry to...
I'm in such a hurry, and I saw someone... I saw this guy crash into a cop car at an intersection in Times Square, and I was like, no time to gawk. I just gotta keep...
I've got papers for the mayor.
I got papers for the mayor. I got places to be. I gotta go and get myself a vegetarian pepper wrap from Target. Okay, get out of my way.
Yeah, so I actually did want to bring that up on podcast, because before we hit record on this, you showed me, as soon as we entered the Zoom call, you proudly held up a big old bag of M&Ms.
Then you made me put them away because it was the noisiest food.
Yes, you can't eat M&Ms on podcasts. That's one of the rules of podcast. I asked you, or no, I guess I assumed, because you're staying kind of like near Times Square, right?
I'm in pretty much like in Times Square. And I love M&Ms.
Famously, Times Square has a big old M&M store. Where'd you get those M&Ms, Matt?
I got them in Target. Listen, I guarantee, one, they were cheaper. I guarantee they were cheaper. And two, what's in the M&M store? Have they got like secret M&Ms there that no one's ever heard of?
Yes.
Do they actually have secret M&Ms?
Yes. You wouldn't know because you haven't been. You love M&Ms and you went to Target.
Okay, do you wanna I'll battery power this shit. This is all going into my laptop. We can go to the M&M store right now.
The first Jam Mechanics field trip.
This is Matt coming to you from the ground in the M&M store. What would you? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I just value my like gut biome too much to go into an M&M store.
What's a filling inside of M&M that you feel like is missing in the world? What do you want to see?
Well, for one, I don't like M&M peanuts. Like that was a mistake. They really tripped up at the first hurdle there.
They're good. No, they're good.
Nah.
Peanut butter is better, but peanuts are good.
No. I don't like the peanut butter M&Ms because I don't like Reese's Pieces, and those are just like.
Well, they're not. Reese's Pieces are sugar. There's not peanut butter inside them. It's like peanut sugar. It's not the same thing. Oh, gross. Yeah,
no, but I had a thing of M&M peanut butter the other day, and I didn't love it. It wasn't great. I ate it. I ate the whole thing, going, this is disappointing. But if you had M&M's, pretzel, and peanut butter in there, I think that would give it the little spice it needs.
Yeah, you'd also have a M&M the size of a billiards ball. So.
Yeah. Oh, incredible! Like an apple. Like I can just chew in. Eve,
there's a sequel to one of your songs.
Take that massive peanut butter pretzel M&M, for instance. You see, it hangs there at the back of the M&M store, like it was told to. But not for long, baby.
We found it. Okay, can I tell my sequel story that I want to write?
Yeah, fine. Go ahead.
People have been asking for a sequel to Dear McCracken for a very long time. That's silly because the reason you like Dear McCracken is because you don't know how it ends. There's the uncertainty about it is like the compelling part about it. So while I do not want to follow up on that story, I've had many experiences in the 7 years since I've written that song where I've been on a plane and overseen something very, very interesting, and I'm like, I can't pull this trick twice because I've already used my something happened on a plane card. I pulled that one very early in my career. But I had an experience on a plane coming back from Seattle to San Diego, that if I were to write a sequel to Dear McCracken, which I'm not going to do, so I'm just going to tell the story on the podcast. This guy was such an ass. He was sitting to the left of me. And you know how they sometimes do this thing on planes now where they don't take cash. You have to have your credit card stored in the app, and then and then you can buy something on the plane. But obviously, if you haven't done that ahead of the flight, your Wi-Fi is not going to work. You're not going to be able to add your card in the time that they bring the cart through. So this guy doesn't have the card in his app, and he is so upset about this, and it's so the flight attendant's fault right now because and it has nothing to do with them. It's the flight policy, and he's so mad, and he's given them so much grief about it, and he's like trying to do it, but he can't. And so the guy catty corner from him is like, I have my card in the app. If you give me cash, I'll pay for it through the thing, and then they'll give you the burger. That's right? Lovely. And I was like, okay, this guy, he doesn't deserve this burger. He doesn't deserve this burger that he wants. But he's gonna get it, and everything's fine. And
this $25 burger.
Yeah, well, it was $12, and he was like, I only have 20. Can you have change for a 10? All this whole thing. And I was like, oh, this guy sucks. I hate this guy so much. He gets his burger, right, and the crisis is averted. The cart gets about one person past me, and I hear the flight attendant go to the other flight attendant and says, "Hey, can you grab me another burger?" He dropped his burger.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
And then the other flight attendant goes, "That was the last one."
Oh, my God.
And this is not the end of the story. There's no more burgers. The guy does not get his burger, right? He dropped his burger one bite into eating his burger. 2 hours pass.
Just to eat it off the floor. Sorry, go on.
I look down. The burger is still on the floor under his feet. He dropped his burger and didn't pick it up. So, as his, I think his wife maybe, wants to get up and go use the restroom, and he's in the aisle seat and she's in the middle seat, I see him get up, He gets in the aisle, lets his wife pass, and as he sits down, I see his foot, and his foot hovers over this wet, sloppy American Airlines burger, and his heel makes contact, and he steps on his own burger and slips into his chair. And I was like,
lol.
That's such karma. I was so happy in that moment. Still, by the end of the flight, dude never did anything with the burger. Left his stepped on, trodden, sloppy burger just on the floor in front of him. And so if I were to write a sequel to one of my songs, it would be that, and I would call it Dear McAstle.
Hey, that's great. I love it. Very well done. Great story.
Thank you.
You can really tell a lot about a person by how they treat the burger that they didn't deserve in the first place.
Okay. Do we want to get this underway? Do we want to actually do a Jam Mechanics?
Yeah, let's do a Jam Mechanics.
Okay. Our guest is joining us from Washington, D.C. Our guest today is my very good friend. Her name is
Joe Biden. I'm sorry. I had like a split second to make that joke. I had to steamroll you.
We couldn't get Joe on the podcast. We called. We emailed. We do know his email address.
He's not doing anything anymore.
Joining us today is my very good friend from Washington, D.C., but we knew each other in Seattle, Washington, back in the very early days where we played our very first open mic together at Stoneway Cafe. Is Heather Edgley. Heather, say hello.
Hi, thanks so much for having me.
Of course, I'm happy to have you on. So Heather is a musician of her own. She's got a lot of great music out there. Actually has sung on a Bug Hunter track before, a track called Echoes, on our album Torn Between a Couple, and provided some beautiful harmonies on that. And we've been friends for a very long time, and so we're happy to have you on the podcast. So here's what we're going to do, Heather. We are going to, if you're cool, not if you're cool, if you're cool with it, we're going to ask you an icebreaker question, and then we'll get some prompts for you so that we can go away and write some songs. So based on what me and Matt were just talking about, A, do you have a favorite type of M&M? And if so, or if not, is there a filling to an M&M that you would like to see that does not exist in this world?
Also, have you been to the M&M store in New York? And if so, could you tell me why I should go to it?
I haven't been to the M&M store in New York. I've been to the one in Las Vegas years ago.
You didn't skip it and go to the Target next door to get M&Ms from the Target like Matt did?
No, because they make it look so colorful and exciting. I don't even know if we bought M&Ms in there. You just kind of look around and are kind of in awe.
Okay, fine, I'll go. God.
Yeah, I'd say my favorite is the peanut butter.
That's what
M&Ms.
I was saying. Matt was trying to say they're like Reese's Pieces, and they're not.
No, they're like fat Reese's Pieces. They got more peanut butter in them, so it's better. Yeah.
And do you have a wish fulfillment M&M center?
I mean, I don't know how this would be possible, but my favorite dessert is ice cream. So somehow, if they could have ice cream,
now we're talking.
M&Ms.
I've had this exact idea of they need to put ice cream in the M&Ms.
Yeah, you would get like an ice cream cookie. It would just be like a frozen M&M.
Yeah, well,
that would just have ice cream in the middle. It'd have to be like that size, or possibly lots of them size.
Yeah, they could be little small ones just in the freezer. Yeah,
it's kind of like Dibs, but with a harder shell. The question that we ask everybody on this show is, what's your jam? What's like a song or an artist that you have been listening to recently that you just want to give a shout out on our podcast?
Okay, so someone I would want to give a shout out to is a local DC artist. I am a part of So Far Here, so I've met a lot of artists, and my favorite DC artist is Brassy. She is super awesome. The first
I know Brassy. I played a So Far with Brassy. Absolutely.
I know. That was how I met her for the first time, and now I'm like a super fan. Yeah. In almost kind of an embarrassing way. Like we meet a lot of musicians, but she's someone that I actually kind of get like nervous around and kind of fangirl for.
That's awesome. That's just one of the first times that somebody has come to that question with an artist that like, I know that person like personally. That's very cool. I
know.
I should have been putting Brassy on our Friends of Jam Mechanics playlist anyway, but now I will especially do that. That's what we do with all those recommendations, and people can go check that out on the Jam Mechanics Spotify page. Thanks, Heather. So how about we hop into this? We have asked for a couple of prompts. How about we go with that first prompt?
So the first prompt is kind of a mechanical restriction.
Okay.
So this one is write a song where the first word of every line is the last word of the line before it.
Okay.
Homophones are okay. So an example would be, I love you too, two birds, one stone.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. So first word, that's a pretty good restriction. So first word, last word. We'll get that second prompt now.
Okay. So second prompt is more of a content idea. Okay. This is write a song from the perspective of an inanimate object.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, whatever you want, could be about whatever you want, but it's from the perspective of an inanimate object.
I immediately have an idea for that. So
I don't immediately have an idea, but I know I could come up with something. I'm surrounded by objects.
It's good. I'm glad that you're not floating in a void, Matt.
What a lucky day that you didn't catch me on Void Tuesday.
Any other episode, and it would have been impossible. But luckily, Matt's in New York and has objects around him.
Yeah, I mean, write a song from the perspective of an inanimate object. I can definitely find something for.
I have an idea immediately. I don't know if I'm going to go with it, but I have an idea immediately. So I'm instantly inspired. And maybe because these prompts are so different in kind of like style, maybe I'll incorporate a little bit of first word, last word into this. I can't commit to the whole song because that's too many arms behind my back. But I might play with that a little bit as well, just to give myself a little bit of an extra spicy challenge on top of it.
Oh, I just came up with an idea.
you just saw your lamp on your desk.
No, I wrote a song just before I left, which was about someone's personal relationship with an inanimate object, and I could write a sequel to that before anyone even hears the original one.
Amazing. Yeah. And then you'll release the prequel later.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Heather, for our challenges. Sounds like we're going to go with number 2. And
amazing.
Before we go off, Heather, do you want to just let our listeners know where they can find you, what you're up to, if you have any recent releases or shows going on? We'd love to hear about it.
I have a couple songs that have released somewhat recently. I'm currently working on an album. This album is going to be called Chemical Imbalances, and it's a lot of songs kind of around mental health, and there's a lot of different angles. The first 2 singles I released, Breathe Through, is about depression and anxiety, and then Lullaby for the Sleepless Minds is about insomnia. But it's like in a fun pop way. So those are out, and there's more coming. Working on the next single now, which will hopefully, don't have a release date yet, want to finish it before I, decide when it's coming out, which will probably be sometime next month though.
Awesome. Well, Heather, thanks so much for coming on. It's good to see you again. Hopefully I'll see you on Friday as well at the DC show.
Yeah, definitely.
And in the meantime, we are going to make like inanimate objects and...
Awful. Terrible.
Friend in my 30s.
And we are back from the break, episode 9, Jam Mechanics season 2. Book here, Matt here. Matt, how was your Jam Mechanics?
That came together pretty easily. I'll talk about it more when we get to it. But yeah, I was pretty happy with that. I got it all written and everything with 90 minutes to go, and just spent the rest of that time recording and mixing.
Did you do anything fun in your break? You go anywhere? Go to the M&M store?
I stayed exactly where I am. I didn't shower. I didn't eat. I didn't do anything. I was just work hard, graft. What about you?
I kind of dawdled for 25 minutes before I even really started thinking about it. But I had an idea, which is the nice thing. Is I had an idea as soon as Heather said song from the perspective of an inanimate object. I was like, I have something. My song is called Sammy.
Yeah.
So this song has an audience of 1. The only person that I wrote this song for is my wife.
Okay.
Because the inanimate object is an object that both me and my wife have strong emotional feelings about. So I don't care if anybody likes this song. My wife, I told my wife what it was, and I sang her the chorus of it, and she giggled. So I have already succeeded at this Jam Mechanics. And
are you gonna tell me and everybody else what it is in advance?
No.
Okay.
Definitely not. So I sent you a file called Sammy. The song is called Sammy. And here's the lyrics. And I guess whenever you're ready to go, or do you have it up? Are you ready?
We're going to listen to Sammy in 3, 2, 1, 0.
I am sensitive, I know. I get riled up at the smallest things and start screaming at the top of my lungs. I am working on it, but my job is very stressful. And holy shit, is that a frozen pizza? Time to cry my eyes out, my mind with self-doubt. Doubt you could live without me. Me, I defend you proudly. 'Cause I'm your last protector. Hi, my name is Sammy. I'm your oversensitive smoke detector. Any locality made by ordinance require that smoke alarms be installed in any building containing one or more dwelling units in accordance with the uniform statewide building code. In other words, you need me. And I know you're all frustrated by my beeping, but where there's smoke, there's fire. So where there might be smoke, there might be fire. Okay, I'll work on it, but you've cooked that egg for 20 seconds. Time to cry my eyes out of my mind with self-doubt. Doubt you could live without me. Me, I defend you proudly. I am your last protector. Hi, my name is Sammy. I'm your oversensitive smoke detector. They say when God opens a door, he must also open a door on the other side of the room. Just one door will not stop me from yelling. That's just how airflow works. That's just a little physics tip for you. Inside a song, inside a music podcast. But to calm me down, I just need her. Celia, Celia, twirl for me, love. No concealing how I'm feeling when I watch from above. Celia, Celia, this never gets old. They've learned to turn you on first before they look at the stove. Celia, Celia, the ceiling fan. Oh, Celia, Celia, the ceiling fan. They're making bacon and I can't even fake a beep beep because of you, Celia. It may be my low battery that's talking, they ain't changing me till autumn, oh, Celia. And learn good habits, change those batteries on daylight savings time for Aurelia. And while you're at it, change your air filters too, basic home maintenance.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah, that's fantastic.
Can you tell I didn't know how to end that song?
No, that's perfect. That's a really, really good ending, actually. I really like everything about this, and I went into this knowing that you would have done the first prompt as well. Like, I knew you were going to do the first prompt as well, because I know you.
Yeah, I knew
it was coming. I even thought about it while I was writing mine, and I'm like, no, I don't want to. I don't want to do it. I can't be bothered. It won't improve the song. But actually, this song didn't need improving. But having the out, doubt, me, fantastic.
I only did it for the chorus. I was like, I'm not going to do the whole song. But I was like, hey, while I'm here, while I'm working on it just, Yeah,
it doesn't feel contrived. It just feels like a little bit of hook magic. Fantastic. Wonderful. I love this smoke detector. I had a smoke detector exactly like this.
Yeah. This is our old house, our smoke detector. My morning routine when I come downstairs to make breakfast was I would come downstairs, I would open up my garage door, open up my screen sliding door, and then I would start making food because I could not make hash browns without the fire alarm going off. Eventually learned that the ceiling fan was actually pretty good enough in order to stop it from doing it. So instead of doing the whole door thing, I would just turn on the ceiling fan, and it would be the only thing to calm down my sensitive smoke detector.
Why Sammy?
It is just an S name. That's it.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I got Celia immediately, but I was wondering, did I miss anything about Sammy?
No, Celia is obvious. It's I wish I could land that joke better where it kind of comes out of nowhere, but it is too obvious. It's too close to the word. But I still like the little joke there.
I don't have any comments on this at all.
Oh,
like,
good.
this is just fantastic.
So, your song.
No. This is just, it's what you do, but like, I was worried that it was going to fall into sort of self-parody, that you were going to make Sammy this tragic figure, and you didn't.
Mm-hmm. I think going into this, I was like, this is teetering dangerously close to Shocking Plot Twist, which is a song off of Happiness Without a Catch, where the protagonist of the song is not what you think he is. And so I was like, I have to get that out of the way super quickly, because that is a trick you can only use once in your career. And so I was like, I don't want this to be Shocking Plot Twist. I just want it to be what it is. I gave a couple of clues in just kind of the first verse. The yelling, "Holy shit, is that a frozen pizza?" Is really the only small thing that makes you go like, what? Before you kind of reveal what's going on. So
I thought it was going to be like like a fan oven or something like that had a bad fan in it that would just be like, ah! But yeah, hi, my name is Sammy. I'm your oversensitive smoke detector. Rolls off the tongue really well. This is just great. I'm really excited to hear what people think about this. I love this.
Yeah, like I said, I love this song. Ladybug was very amused by it. She thought it was very, very funny. I got kind of towards the end, and I knew that the kind of gentle bridge that I wanted was just like kind of a love song to Celia, the ceiling fan that calms him down. But that I didn't know where to go from there. So I was like, what if I do a fade out?
The fade out's very funny.
Yeah,
that's very funny.
Just home maintenance tips in the fade out.
Changing your batteries on daylight savings time, is that just get in the habit of whenever you put the clocks back, put new batteries in?
Yeah, it's just something that like you don't even need to put it on the calendar. You're just like, daylight savings time, change your air filters, change your smoke alarm batteries. My dad taught me that.
Yep, that sounds like a Papa Bug tip.
Yeah, for sure.
Papa Bug must have 77 things that he does on daylight savings time. He's just like, this is the day I do everything. This is my day.
It's the busiest day of the year, absolutely. We could never schedule a tour on daylight savings. So that's my song. We want to do yours now?
Yeah, that is. It's a fantastic song. I am looking forward to listening to that again pretty much immediately.
I was pleased also that I've gone on a string of bummers that I finally wrote one that was just kind of a silly, fun song.
That's cool. I haven't done that. So here's a song called "No Visitors."
Yeah, buddy.
This is a sequel to a song nobody's heard.
Cool.
I've been working on a song. So off camera, I did tell Bug the principle of the song that I've been working on in private that this is a sequel to. So Bug can guess what it is, but also I'll happily just tell people right at the end what it is. I think it's pretty, I think it's self-evident in my brain, but maybe it isn't.
All right. We are going to hit play on No Visitors in 3, 2, 1, go.
No one visits me here but you. I wish I could give you a little something in return. Under the silk rugs, pillars and breeze blocks, I was a queen once just like you. On a temple, on top of a hill, on the rim of the woods. And you wanna ask me something, I can tell. Yeah, I used to tell them stories in the vapor choking air, and they kept me round because I told them what they wanna hear. Now I call it like I see it, and they took my crown away. And I don't talk that much anymore these days, 'cause no one visits me here but you. No one visits me here but you.
da da hump da hump da dum da da hump da hump da dum da da hump da hump da dum da da hump da hump da. Tell me, what do you see in me? Nobody's looked at me like you look at me for Apollo knows how long. I thought I needed fable and theater for you to trust me much at all. But I guess a temple's wherever you go to find your God. And you wanna ask me something I can tell. You don't need to keep your worries to yourself. Yeah, I used to tell them stories in the vapor choking air, and they kept me around because I told them what they wanna hear. Now I call it like I see it, and they took my crown away. And I don't talk that much anymore these days, 'cause no one visits me here but you. No one visits me here but you. Dum da da hump da hump da da dum da da hump da hump da dum da da hump da hump da dum da da hump da hump da dum da da hump da da dum da da hump da da dum da da hump da da dum da da
Ta-da! You ass. Because I know what this song is about. And it's okay. This is funny because this is a very, sincere, heartbreaking song. I want to go, I think tonight, I'm going to wake up at 1 a.m. and I'm going to walk around the dimly lit streets of my neighborhood with this song in my ears and just feel the ages and the pain just wreak down on me. And I know what this song is about. And you're an absolute ass for writing such a cool song.
It's a similar joke to Jeff's Lament and Death Zamboni. Mm-hmm. Should I tell people? Should I? Because I think I talked about it on Tumblr, so some people already know.
You should, because I'm going to have very little feedback that doesn't revolve around people knowing what this song is actually about.
Okay, so this song is, on the face of it, in general terms, this is a song about the Oracle at Delphi. It's a song about an object that has been filled with the spirit of an ancient oracle. But it's a sequel to a song called Dust Pepe at the Mental Hospital because I got into a conversation with a fan on Instagram, and as is a bad habit, but sometimes if someone's talking to me and I don't know who they are, but they've got their story thing is orange, so I'm like, I wonder what this person that I don't know is up to. And there was a photograph of this person in the back rooms of a mental hospital, and there was this dust-covered piece of metal that someone had drawn a Pepe the Frog on. And their caption was Dust Pepe at the Mental Hospital. And I was like, Dust Pepe at the Mental Hospital, praise be to the Metal Oracle. And then I wrote this song about this person visiting this dust Pepe every day, being like, do I want to ask you whether everything's going to be fine, or do I actually want to know the answer to that? And then I'm like, well, on the other side, you have this. You have the Oracle at Pepe.
Disgraced meme, Pepe the Frog.
Disgraced. I'm taking it back, okay? Like, it's okay. Pepe the Frog isn't just for fascists anymore. Pepe the Frog is,
Oh, no.
It's too late. So, and now I need to put out Dust Pepe at the mental hospital, because the people are going to want to hear it. They're going to want to know.
I certainly do. No, I do. I love this song. It's heart-wrenching if you don't know what it's about. If you don't know it's about a disgraced meme, Pepe the Frog. Your alt-right co-opted meme, Pepe the Frog.
Like the Oracle at Delphi, cursed by Apollo to inhabit the body of fascist meme Pepe the Frog, where no one will want to talk to her.
We've reached it. We've reached just peak obscure reference.
So yeah, my dream, like with Jeff's Lament, is that someone might hear this and not realize it's a sequel to a song, and then find out it's a sequel to a song, go back and listen to the original version, and be like, what the fuck? So yeah, maybe if I can put together another 2 or 3 of those like song duos, I'll have like a whole album there, album of dumb songs and their sequels. Yeah. They're sequels for crying to. So yeah, that is my No Visitors song. I'm pretty pleased with it.
Yeah. No, I really liked one just kind of songwriting technique that you used in this that I really liked. I wanted to call out was your opening line. Just sometimes the transitions in between choruses and verses are normal, and sometimes they're very cool. This one was very cool. You start the song, it's no one visits me here but you, and then at the end of your chorus you do, and I don't talk that much anymore these days because no one visits me here anymore but you. Right? You did that thing where you slid back into a verse from the chorus, and that's just a really cool technique that people can use.
Yeah, it's because like, as I keep saying, like, I never know where a song comes from until I find like one line. And no one visits me here but you. I was like, oh, that's going to be the rock around which this is formed.
Yeah,
but it's a great opening line. I'm like, but it feels like I'm wasting it if it's just at the opening line. And so, it was a complete accident. It wasn't like a technical thing. It was just like, I wonder if this will work. And I'm like, oh, that worked. Cool. Yeah. Great.
Having the parallelism between first verse, second verse, and starting with the same line but then going somewhere else with it is always a very cool technique. If you're ever like stuck after a verse and a chorus and you're like, how do I do a second verse? Take your first line of your first verse and
just go in a different direction.
And that's a very, very effective way of just creating a synergy, especially if you're someone who, like me, struggled very much in the early days of songwriting, of having the words in your song all relate to each other by the time you're done. That's a very quick kind of shortcut to having a more cohesive, glued together song. So yeah, I love that you did it here. It flowed really well. It was very smooth, and I liked it a lot.
Thank you. What a strong episode.
Yeah,
We're at season 2, episode 9. That is 19. 19. That is 19 new Bug Hunter songs.
It's New York math.
Yes.
10 plus 9 is 18.
That's London. I don't know where you went there. Yeah. I'm from New York. I'm a first-generation immigrant.
I just got here.
I do have to say though that like walking out of the hotel into Times Square, it's just like, oh, I'm at the center of the world, arguably. Like just walking out of the hotel and being like, I am here. There is Stephen Colbert's theater where he records his show, and there's the M&M store,
and there's the Target.
There's the Target right there, straight to the Target.
Can't miss it.
Wait, walk, don't run, or whatever. Run, don't walk to the underground Target in Times Square. No such thing as a bad episode of Jam Mechanics.
No, definitely not.
So get onto your friends, get onto your local government officials.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, did y'all notice? That's now, as Matt says, 18 episodes in a row that weirdly we end the first half. There's a little musical break, and then we go right into the second half. Did you notice how there was no advertisements being read on our podcast, it's because we don't advertise on our podcast. And that is pretty rare because that's how podcasts make money, but we don't. We just rely on y'all to come to our shows, to share it with friends, to go to www.bughunterbug.com or our Bandcamp where we put these songs up. Right now, if you're listening to this, you can go get the MP3s or the WAV files of these songs right now and the episode itself to listen to back on your phones or what have you. So that's the only way that we make any money from Jam Mechanics. So we appreciate y'all. It's all actually pay what you want. So it's free if you want it to be free. But if you have the budget to support, you can also do that to help us keep making the show. Other than that, we are probably done with tour at this point. There's no way of knowing, but it was probably
I have no
really
idea when
tour.
this is coming out. Yeah, it's probably we're coming to the end of it if we haven't done it already. But we are also going on our European UK tour as well.
That's true. Yep. So we'll be in the UK and in Dublin and in Berlin, Frankfurt, and Amsterdam in October. So go get tickets at www.bughunterbug.com. That's the other way that you can support us. It's not a Jam Mechanics tour, but it is Bug Hunter, the Narcissist Cookbook, which hopefully you also like too.
If you want to get in touch with us, you can get in touch with us so easily, either in the DMs of anywhere that you happen to find us, or you can send an email to me at tnc@jammechanics.com and an email to bug@jammechanics.com. You can send an email to both of us at hello@jammechanics.com. And
can I talk about my favorite sub flavor of those emails?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sometimes we get emails to hello@jammechanics.com, which goes to both of our inboxes. And sometimes you can tell that the person emailing both of us really, really, really wants to compliment one of us, but then is also like, and Bug, I've listened to a few of your songs too, and they're pretty good.
Well, this is like the primary onboarding mechanism for both of us is the other person's music. You know, like people listen to me, they go and find you. People listen to you, they go and find me.
Yeah.
People meet Papa Bug literally anywhere in the world, and he'll be like, "Bring out your phone right now."
He will, and he'll watch the two bed, two bath video over their shoulder, all 4 minutes and 20 seconds.
Yeah, Jam Mechanics, no ads, no breaks, no sleep till...
You're almost there. Brooklyn is right around the corner, Matt.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, no sleep until like 20 minutes from now after I get off the subway in Brooklyn. Oh man, I was going to meet a friend just downtown in downtown Manhattan, and I got off the subway and just looked up randomly, Ghostbusters headquarters. Didn't even plan it.
Carrie Bradshaw walks by, and then you went into the Central Perk and just got a coffee, yeah?
Carrie Bradshaw didn't walk by, but like several people in what I can only describe as smart casual silk pajamas walked past, and none of them knew each other, and it was only in this one area of New York. And I'm like, is this like a very like block specific fashion? What is happening here?
Yeah, the neighborhoods there are getting hyper specific. That's Pajama Town.
And then we went to this IKEA pop-up shop, which was in the back of a Swedish like convenience store.
Are you making shit up, Matt?
No. There was a silent disco there, and there was a lot of free candy, and I had been walking around town being like, I need the bathroom really, really bad. And then I was like, can we just go downstairs and I'm going to go and use the bathroom immediately? And the very first thing I did, first thing I did was block the only toilet at this silent disco.
Matt,
Party's over.
You could have given me a million guesses to know where the hell that story was going.
Went upstairs. I think that problem solved itself, or it didn't. Who knows? Listen, let me tell you about American toilet water pressure. Okay, like this has never been a problem in my life, and I come to fucking America where the toilet water pressure is just like, and it's so easy to block one of your toilets. So easy. Don't tell me you haven't done it.
Anyway, so I think we were wrapping up the show like 10 minutes ago.
Anyway,
this is a new character you're doing called Tangent Matt.
before we go, a word from our fucking sponsor today.
Play us out, Matt.
Well, if you're blocking toilets in downtown New York, you gotta eat more fiber, eat a lot less pork. If you're a vegetarian, like Mac Johnson is, we can't help you. Something is going wrong with your insides. Oh, something's going wrong with you. You know, I don't know if I want to put this one on the
show. They always told me I was peaking too early. Your lack of buddies is a little concerning. You heard the rumors, now I'm hearing confirming. I made a friend in my 30s.